So let's look at how Joe's spending our money. So Joe came up with a bill. And let me show you another bill that Joe came up with that was real funny that I wrote down today. Joe Biden's budget calls for a 44.6% federal rate tax on investment income and other earnings per Bloomberg. Per Bloomberg? All right, next. The plan also calls for taxing assets when an owner dies, ending a benefit that allowed the unrealized appreciation to go untaxed when transferred to an heir. Bullshit. 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 Bruh. So I'm not the person to be into politics like crazy. Even though I love them. I love politics. I love politics, I love law, and I love investing. Those are the things I love the most. Politics is because you need to learn a little bit about politics. Law, because when I was in jail, I learned a lot about law. And if you know the law, you really become bulletproof in this world. Because even the people who arrest you as police don't even be knowing the goddamn law. And investing. But, Joe, come on, Joe. How you gonna tax the unrealized gains? All right, let's look at Joe's plan. $281 billion in transportation, $2 billion in parks and conservation, $20 billion in resilience, climate resilience. Now, Joe, I'm not gonna lie to you. I know what transportation is. I know what parks and conservation is. I don't know what resilience is, Joe. I don't know what climate resilience is, Joe. You gotta kind of break that one down for me. I'm not gonna lie. Clean water, $24 billion. Other, $937 million. Broadband, $59 billion. Clean buildings and homes, $9 billion, $2 billion. $7 billion in federal aviation. $13 billion in safety, $35 billion in roads, $1.2 billion in agriculture, $5 billion in environmental remediation, and let's not forget the $80 billion to Ukraine. Now, I'm gonna say this. I don't know what it's like to run a country. I can barely run my own damn household. Right? And it's just me and my daughter. I can only imagine what it takes to run 400 million people. I have a problem with selling people information and people don't like it. I have a problem with customer support. Like, I can't even get that under control. No matter how much we try. We put new people in, we put SOPs in place, it still don't work. I can only imagine what it takes to run 400 million people. But I will say this, Joe. Some of that ain't it. Some of the stuff you're doing ain't it, bro. Now, here's what I will say. There's not a country that you will go to where somebody ain't complaining about the government. Right? There's not one country, I don't care where you go at, there's not one country you go to where the people ain't complaining about the government, no matter what it is. You know why? Because you have to govern people. And I'm going to just be real with y'all. It's hard to govern people. You know why it's hard to govern people? Because everybody got an opinion. Everybody won't say what's fair, what's not fair. Right? So I don't know what it takes to do that. But what I will say is, Joe, bro, some of that ain't it. Now, I'll be real with you. I don't even think Donald Trump is it. I don't think he it. Because when he was in office, y'all cried about that. Y'all cried to get Joe in office. Joe got in office, crying for Trump to get in office. Was Barack was in office, you cried for somebody else to get in office. Ain't nobody gonna run this bit the way y'all want it to be ran. But what is the solution, Jose? What is the solution? Because one, we spending so much money. So we had $34 trillion in debt. That seemed like we would never get out of that. Last time we was in a surplus was, I don't know. What does it take to get the country on track, Jose? How you gonna break even 34 trillion? I ain't got the answer, Sway. So I don't know, man. That's why I kind of don't get into the presidential race too much, because I'm not a fan of Donald Trump either. I'm not a fan of Joe. And everybody who try to run against him keep dropping out. Everybody who run, you tell me nobody ain't better than Trump, nobody ain't better than Joe. Everybody just keep dropping out. So we stuck with both of them again. We got a rematch. We got a rematch. You know it's bad when Hillary just like, you know what, I don't even want to run no more. Or she gonna do a lot more of us up anyway. You know her thing, super predators. So I don't know. I just think we in a, mark my word on this, Jose. Mark my word on this. If Donald Trump win the election, in about a year and a half, people gonna be saying, get him out of there. Mark my word. Because you know why I know that? Because when he was in office, they were crying for him to be in there. Where Joe at? Put Joe in there. We going for Joe. Where Joe at? Joe was in there for 1 year. Guess what they start saying? Man, get this nigga out of here, man. Joe falling up the stairs and everything, man. You know who we need to run for? Bobby Axelrod. Mike Prince for president, baby. Mike. I figured it out. Mike Prince for president, baby.
What's good, trappers, man? It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper. Right now, I want to invite you to an amazing experience full of value. That is my community, Trappers Anonymous. It's 100% the greatest fundamental investing community on the market. Listen, your portfolio should be a masterpiece. And the only way we get you there is if we help you to learn how to invest with confidence. Now listen, I get it. Like, you don't know a lot about stocks, or maybe you've heard people say how much money they lost in stocks, but I can guarantee you, one, because they weren't in the community, and two, they lack the information. Our goal in Trappers Anonymous is to help you, really to hold your hand on the journey to becoming a confident investor, learning how to navigate through the different events that the stock market goes through, to take you from panic to encouragement. There's no better time than now. This is an opportunity only for those who are willing to be on the journey. So listen, man, click the link below. Come join me in Trappers Anonymous, man. I will see you in one of our many classes, whether it's Moat Monday, whether it's the 2-hour class we do on Sunday, or whether it's just a book club. Everything is geared toward making you a better investor so you can triple your net worth and turn your last name to an asset. It's your boy, Wall Street Trapper. See you in the trap.
More people than ever are dipping in their 401ks. A record share of 401k account holders took early withdrawals from their accounts last year for financial emergencies. Account for 3.6% of the plan participants took out, and it's up from 2022, 2.8%. On average, 2% from the pandemic. So what we see is, from the pandemic, it was at 2%. 2020, every year is going up. Look, pandemic was 2020. 2021 went up, 2022 went up, 2023 went up. Every year it keep going up. Every year it keep going up. And I read something that said people are using the 401k, they trying to balance between it being a savings account and a retirement account. I want us to know something, y'all. Financially, watch this, y'all. Financially, you will be the most responsible person for your money because you know what your goals and needs are. I was talking to Fly today, and Fly said, Trap, what's your performance been? I said, Fly, I said in 2022, when the market was down, we returned 16%. Last year, we returned 33%. This year, right now, we're up 25%. Fly said, dog, my financial advisor got my account down a couple $100,000. I say, Fly, here's what you're showing. I say, right now, the market is up 9%. I say, I'm up 25%. You show him this. You said, and you ask him, the stock market is up. You tell him the S&P was up last year 24%. The S&P right now is up 9%. I say, you just look at it for the last 2 years. Ask him what your return was last year and ask him what your return is this year. I said, if your return ain't above 10%, Fly, why are you paying him to manage your money? You paying him to give you subpar returns. You can do that on your own. He said, you think I'll do it on my side? I know you can. I know you can. And I come to tell every last one of us that. Stop thinking that them people got better, they can get better returns than you can. Don't be lured in with, oh, it's a match, it's free money. Man, no, it ain't. You can outperform your 401k by a landslide. Say it again. You can outperform your 401k by a landslide. The only thing I'll tell you to do is go get your Roth IRA so you can have that tax-free money when you retire. Go get your Roth IRA, set that up so you can have that tax-free money when you can retire. But other than that, man, handle your own money, man.